All right, welcome back to another Danger Cats podcast. Just a reminder, Valentine's Day is today. And you know what? We came up with a new website, new blog site, new content on there. We're going to be working with some influencers, like I said. And we did the math. What's cheaper, a hooker or going on a date, going on Tinder? You know, what's cheaper? We did the math. So you can read that article at Danger Cat Shop, or not Danger Cat Shop, you fucking idiot, Brendan. DangerCats.tv. That's how many times I've said Danger Cat Shop on this podcast. And a reminder, all throughout today on Valentine's Day, 10% off your order. Anyways, here is the episode. Welcome back. It's been a week. It's been a long week. I don't know where I'm going with that. But what I'm trying to get at, it's Valentine's Day, you know? Did you do something nice for your old lady, your significant other? Of course you didn't, because you're an idiot and you forgot. So that's why we have 10% off the site. Simple as that. We made sure that you could go to dangercatsshop.com and get yourself something nice. And if you're single, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Lots of interesting things. You know what? The new website I'm stoked about. I'm really happy. I've always wanted to create that kind of content, is like the blog styles. My writing skills aren't as strong right now, but I promise you they will get better over time. And I'm pumped for that. Blogging to me is like, there's a way of writing things to make them funny, and I'm slowly learning that. I'm excited to learn that skill better. So I think over time, my writing skills will get better. We also have some different contributors to the site. There's some dudes that are pretty fucking good at gambling. The one guy that we have writing about gambling for us, specifically sports gambling, turned, I think, $30 into like $25K off a UFC fight by predicting everything correctly. That's how close he monitors the sport. It's gambling. It's not like he fucking predicted the future. He got lucky, of course. But he's going to be doing some writing on how you can gamble accordingly, because I know you sons of bitches out there, you degenerate bastards. You don't mind throwing some shillings around. And I've learned that over the fucking Super Bowl, which the only thing I gambled on the Super Bowl was Demi Lovato singing the over on the anthem, and I lost my ass. So then I was like, nope, not playing no live shit. I can see how this is already going. I've been gambling a little bit on hockey, just, nothing crazy, like a couple $5 here and there. And just shitting the bed. So I've retired my gambling skills for a little bit here, because I can fuck, man, that's the last thing I need. A guy's trying to get caught up on some bills and shit from, if you listen to this regularly, I told you, things didn't go so shit hot this past last year. So getting my life back on track, not being such a fucking alcoholic, such a fucking drug addict, just being a loser. I enjoy people calling me out on it, though. I do. I think it's healthy. I think it's great. You built a brand. You built a brand on being a degenerate. Ugh. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But there's a huge difference. This is what pisses me off with some people. There's a huge fucking difference there. There's a difference between going out and having fun and just enjoying yourself, compared to the alternative of where you're using drugs and alcohol to completely abuse yourself and trying to cope with the world. There's a huge difference there. There's a difference of going out with your friends, having fun, and enjoying your time with one another, rather than sitting in a fucking hotel room snorting, putting some goddamn nose rockets up your nose with people who you don't even know who the fuck they are, for one, and chugging whiskey till 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning. Going out and having fun with your friends and drinking too much. Yeah, so what? Sometimes one gets away on you. That's all right. It happens to everybody. It literally, anybody that's like drinks alcohol knows that there are times when you go out with your buddy just comes in from town after a 30-day shift, and you're like, you know what, I'll go out for a beer. You haven't seen him in a while. Next thing, guess what? You are skunked, completely shit-faced on a Tuesday night when you were planning on, staying in, maybe finally doing that laundry that's been sitting in the fucking corner of your room for the past 10 days. You got no clean underwear. You got no clean socks. Your shit's be stinking. Just your room, your house just smells like fucking man ball sweat assholes that have been working 10-hour days. But instead, you decided to go drink whiskey with your buddy, and you knew it was a slippery slope to begin with, and you thought that you had your grippy shoes on. No, nobody ever has their grippy shoes on. You fucking went down the rabbit hole, and you had a few too many drinks. There's nothing wrong with that, going to work hungover once in a while. But every day, there's a problem. There's nothing wrong with unwinding. There is a huge problem when you're using drugs and alcohol to cope. So I'm happy that I figured that out. I'm just happy to say that I figured that out. I do appreciate all of you taking the time though and shooting some messages at your boy, man. I appreciate the fuck out of that. That's probably the coolest thing about this brand is how tight knit everybody kind of, like, I get it. There's people that just go on to enjoy the content, but then there's the step above that. There's the people that, like, get it. I don't know how to explain it. They just get it. They understand what we're trying to portray and, trying to promote fun, and unite some people, which is like probably the coolest thing that this brand could ever do. Yeah. Is it a wicked way to make a living? I couldn't agree. I could not disagree. I couldn't not disagree at any sort of where am I going with this? I'm thinking about too many things and trying to say them all at one time. I couldn't disagree with that statement is what I'm trying to say. But what I think is the coolest thing and worth its weight in gold, and no money could ever pay for that emotion that you get when somebody finds value in what you're saying, what you're doing, what you put out there. Of course, there's the naysayers. Everywhere you go, man, there's always somebody that thinks they fucking know more than you, or they think you're an idiot. And you know what? At the end of the day, I actually heard a good saying, or good saying, not a good saying. I was talking to a guy about it, and he made a good point of, he's a fellow content creator, Eric Jalbert. He's been on the podcast. Maybe you heard of him. Maybe you have not. Wicked guy. But he was spending more time commenting on all the people that say negative shit and trying to argue with him. And it's a waste of time. It really is a waste of time. And somebody called him out on it and just said, dude, why do you spend more time trying to argue with these idiots on the internet on what you're trying to say than appreciating the people that give a fuck about your content and what you're putting on the internet, and your fans that actually truly do give a shit about you? And since and that was like a pretty valid point, and I couldn't agree more with him. So I definitely I see the upside now, and it's sick. I see more and more people following the brand, giving a shit about what we say, what the content we put out, and kind of building that community. And it's really rad to know that people go out, have a few drinks in a bar, and if they're wearing something of ours, or even just like that Judas Priest scream at the beginning of our videos, you can hear it fucking, you know what that is now. As soon as you hear that, wow, you know exactly what I'm talking about if you watched any of my content. And it's, dude, it just, that's so fucking cool to me, is that people just end up hanging out, becoming friends. One guy that I've kind of talked to right when I started this, there's a few people that just like were like, this is sick. And like, we kind of became like, never met them in person, but we've always chatted on the internet. And one dude found his fucking roommate because of this. So, I mean, if if we're bringing people together and we're making this community of people that, you know, just go and have a good time. We're doing nothing wrong. Nobody's really like hurting anybody. I don't condone of any behavior of going in and destroying a bar or, you know, smashing shit in somebody's business. I don't condone of any of that behavior. I think that's fucking immature for one. Was I that person at some point in my life? 100%. Me and my friends thought it was hilarious to go and smash shit and create a ruckus wherever we went. And to me, that's just, you know, that's an immature side of me. That's the side of where I've grown up. If you want to smash your own shit, by all means. Like it's funny. Like these guys jump through their own tables and shit. I think that shit's hilarious. It's fucking funny to me. But to go into like a local business just to, you know, like those videos you see of some guys like going into a store and then just start smashing like all the shit in there just to get chased out so they can get all these million views. Man, that's such a fucking goof way of doing things. I'm not about that. But there's just like, there's something about it. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. And when I figure it out, I will tell you. The internet is a funny place, man. The fucking greatest thing. I forgot all about this, but it popped back up into my news feed, and it was this like comedian escape artist. I can't remember the show name. It's on Comedy Central, but he spent time trying to learn how to undo some cuffs. And the bit was he was going to be cuffed to this fucking metal bar in front of kids, and he had 90 seconds to get these cuffs off, or else this robotic arm was going to go undo his pants, expose himself to a bunch of children where an LAPD officer was standing by, would then take him into custody and charge him with a sex offense. So that way he would be a sex offender in the United States. And fuck, man, where do you come up with this? Because that is brilliant. That is fucking brilliant. The best is his verbiage in it. Nobody has, you know, as an escape artist, nobody's done this before. Well, duh, for one. And we've all risked death. All of us have risked death. But nobody has risked the chance of being a registered sex offender. Dude. What were you on when you thought of this? Because never do it again, or double your dosage. Either or, you can be on both whatever side of the fence you're on this. I'm all for hammer down, double down on whatever you're taking, and produce more shit like that. Because that was brilliant. How you think of that? Oh, so good. I've pissed myself, man. Oh, like. First off, could you imagine if he didn't get the cuffs off in time, or somebody did the old Texas switch on him, and they're like, all right, let's see how good he really is. And they switch the cuffs on him, and then he's sitting there and just goes into straight panic mode as the clock's like at 60 seconds. Then it hits like 70, then 80. And it's like, oh, fuck, this isn't what I was expecting. I practiced really hard on that set of cuffs, and somebody did the old Texas switch on me. Now I'm fucked. Now I'm a registered sex offender in the US of A. And that's probably one of the last places on earth you want to be a sex offender, especially in, I don't know what the laws are in California, but I'm pretty sure you're going to jail. And we've all heard the stories about some fucking Skinners going to the clink. They don't get treated so shit hot, and as they shouldn't. I'm not saying like, you know, if you want to risk that, I mean, fuck, power to you. Have fun. But man, could that be just the greatest video of all time if that completely backfired? Not saying that I want to see a man show his dick to a bunch of children. That's not what I'm saying, you fucking degenerates. That's like the complete opposite. I'm saying the act of him thinking he's being all slick, showing you how cool he is, that he get out of handcuffs, and it completely fucks him in the ass. Fuck. That right there is brilliant. Just completely brilliant. Oh man, the writers of that need a pay raise. That's what they need. They need somebody in their team that's just constantly fucking shelling out more money for these guys to write more of that, because that's right up our alley. That's the world we live in right there. United States of America, the land of the free. Unless you show your PP to kids, then you're done, son. It's over. It's all over. I love watching these these videos of like a dude that will take the time out of his day to go and like trick a pedo into fucking meeting him in public, and they expose him. I love those videos. They're the best. It's always exactly what you expect. Every time they run into these fuckers in public, it's exactly what you expect. It's like some dude with a neck beard, looks like he drinks Mountain Dew Code Red, hasn't left home, or it's like this weird old guy with a cul-de-sac and wears like those weird beige coats that have the elastic at the bottom and they're a little oversized. Looks like he still collects. Looks like he would sell you a baseball card or insurance. Those like, man, God bless him for doing that fucking work and like exposing these motherfuckers, because I think they all deserve to burn in hell. But the comedy behind it, you know, I'm not laughing at a fucking kid getting diddled or about to get diddled. I'm laughing at the fact that it's exactly who you think it is every time. You're like trying to picture this guy in your mind before they even go and meet him, and you're like, oh yeah, definitely. And then like it's like all of them have the same characteristics, it seems like. Like I watched a video and this guy made a good point. It's like all of them just want to fuck a kid in the ass. All of them be, so you into anal? What the fuck? First off, like, I don't know about you, but never have I looked at a child and been like, you know what? That thing looks really good right now. I think I'm going to hit on her, like, or him, whatever. I don't know about your sexual orientation, but I don't know. Like that's just a weird fucking thing. I don't know. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. It makes zero sense to me. Cause I don't know, like the crazy thing is, know what the crazy thing is these fuckers think that they're going to get away with it. Like, what do you think, man? Like the internet, you're being monitored so hard. You don't think like, I don't care how smart you are. There's a smarter motherfucker out there that is being paid to catch your ass. Like, fuck, man. First off, pedos are stupid. Secondly, they all deserve to burn. I hope they die, and I hope they burn in hell. Fuck. It's a crazy world. I'm sorry. It's just having a little sip of water. Getting a little parched over here. And I have a little too to this jewel. Yeah. Before you say it, it's not gay. It's just different. All right. I get it. I quit chewing. I paid too much damn money to get my teeth fixed, man. Way too much money. And they're finally like, you know, before I was one of those dweebs that had braces in fucking middle school, and then I lost my retainer, and then they shifted again, causing like just the most excruciating headaches, and I couldn't fucking sleep. I'm still like, because I'm wearing them and like shifting them back, I still can't like get a good night's rest. So I always like everybody's shitting on me. You look like you just came off a bender. Brother, I can't fucking sleep. These things just cause like pain because they're just forcing your teeth back into place. So it's just like difficult to get a great night's sleep. I can't even tell you the last time I've had a great rest. I cannot tell you. Like, other than a complete pass out for 12 hours, which I don't count as rest, that's goat yoga. We all know that. Speaking of, we'll be back on the tube. We will be doing some reviews of some of the greatest pass outs. And you guys deserve it. You deserve it. Some of these guys are passed out in the weirdest fucking positions, and we need to break that down. But yes, I have a difficult time getting a great night's rest, and I toss and turn, and finally I fall asleep. I maybe get 4 or 5 hours a night at best of like solid sleep, and then the rest is just like fucking waking up, back to sleep, waking up, back to sleep. It's the fucking worst. It drives me mental. I can't handle it. So I'm what I'm getting at is I got a bit of a tongue lashing from the dentist being like, listen, your gums are receding, boy. Unless you want your jibs in place, I highly suggest that you quit chewing because it's not looking good. Like, and your gums don't grow back. It's once they're done, they're done. And I don't know about you. I think I like my teeth more than a big old chaw. Every now and then, don't get me wrong, every now and then I throw one in. But to handle the nicotine, I've switched to the Juul. I don't think that's a great alternative, but you know, a brother needs nicotine. There's, like I was saying before, there's like 3 things that I can't let go of: nicotine, sex, and drinking. Like those 3 things are what keep a guy on the tracks. And I can't give those up. I can't. Like, those are the 3 things that I can't give up. Drugs, boom, completely erased them. Don't need them no more. I don't even smoke weed. I fuck with them edibles every now and then, but, you know, only every now and then. Just because, like, before I used to smoke quite a bit of weed. I'd smoke every night when, like going back to when I had all them headaches and shit and I couldn't sleep. I was smoking every night. I'd get blitzed out of my brain and just, I have to pass out and like, not even pass out, just burn out. And I just like, man, this is not a good alternative. Like, I'm just waking up droggy. Marijuana makes me like fucking droggy in the morning. It's weird. You get like the weed hangover. I don't know if anybody's ever had that, but you get like that. You feel fuzzy. It's like when you take melatonin to try and sleep. I just feel like even worse than I did the night before. I'd rather have the headache. Sleeping pills, just same thing. Not about them. I just feel droggy the next day too. Like I can't get moving again. So yeah, it was best just to go get the fucking teeth fixed. And I'm not about to ruin my yap once again because the guy just wants to fucking have a lip dinner. So that's what's happening. We switched it up. We're hitting the Juul. I'm on the mint pods. I don't think there's nothing gay about a Juul. I get it though. Everybody, oh, douche flute. Oh. Yeah, real fucking funny. I hate the smell of cigarettes though. I don't mind a good dart every now and then, but after going to these and like you can sneak it, you have a little toot while you're in the fucking, you know, having a piss in the bathroom at the bar. You can have a little fucking sneaky drag. And fucking after a dart, that fucking taste and the smell that's left over, like your fingers fucking stink, your clothes just reek, man. There's no more disgusting thing. Like, okay, here you go. A girl walks up, reeking like darts. What do you think? That's the first thing that crosses your mind. You're like, oh, fuck. You stink like fucking cigs. Fucking wrong with you. I don't want to, you know. And like she's showing interest in you, and all you can think of is like, ugh. I don't want to make out with that fucking ashtray. Old ashtray mouth out here. I don't even want that. You know, she could offer to suck you off in the bathroom, and the first thing that comes into your fucking brain is, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good off that. Don't need that shit. Have my Peckerwood smelling like fucking greasy McDonald's specials because you're gonna hum me in the bathroom. Pfft, get out of here, Thotiana. Fuck. Yeah, so darts just ain't the option. Pfft, the Juul. I'm on the Juul. Call me a queer. Call me a fag if you want. I don't care. I'll say the word. Fucking, what's that? Ed Bassmaster? How's it going, boss? That guy's a genius. I love that dude. Yeah, lots of funny shit out there, man. Know who you should check out is like I talked to him last night on the phone, and this dude fucking kills me, man. Zip ties and bias plies. If you get a hot second in your day, go check out his YouTube channel. Man, is that guy fucking funny? Me and him, he gave me a ring. He's out working, he was driving truck or something. So we were shooting the shit for a while, and like, you know, the guy's got some interesting viewpoints on the world, and me and him agree on a lot of things, like who the fuck cares for one, but he's just like, man, is he fucking funny. He's all about that brass, harsh humor, what I'm all about. So it made it like, I yapped on the phone with him a while ago. I still haven't met him. I don't know what the fucking guy looks like. I know he's got a peg leg though. So go comment on his channel and just tell him Hack sent you, and to call him old fucking fat ass Terry Fox. He'll get a chuckle out of that. He likes that shit. But yeah, like me and him were yapping about some things in here. I heard this on a different podcast that I listened to, $1 Million Worth of Game. And one thing that got brought up, and I was talking to a few people about it, is so paint this scenario. Everybody's heard of OnlyFans, of course. Everybody's heard of OnlyFans. There's, you know, all the strippers are selling their nudes on there. Girls can sell their nudes on there, fuck tapes, whatever you want, finger blasting themselves, whatever it is, they can sell it on there, right? So the scenario was, dude finally finds out that his old lady's slinging, like off and on for like 6-7 months or some shit like that. And then buddy finds out that his old lady's slinging her nudes and their fuck tapes on there. Are you mad? And what do you do about it? But here's the kicker. She's pulling in 9 G's a month off of it. 9 grand. And I don't know about you, but some people are in some hairy situations where $9,000 a month to add to their fucking lifestyle is quite significant. For me personally, I don't think I would be mad over the fact that you're selling nudes, because I don't have control of your body and you can do whatever the fuck what you want with it. That's just my attitude. Dudes that are like, oh man, if my old lady was doing that, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be fucking pissed about that, bro. Fucking selling her fucking nudes. That shit's for me and me only, brother. Who the fuck are you? Would you buy her at an auction? If that chick wants to sell her pussy, not sell her pussy, but sell pussy pics for fucking $29.99 a month, you can shut the fuck up. Like, shit, especially if she finds out that she can make 9 grand a month, your ass is gone. You've been replaced, boy. You're done. You're gone. It's over. She can finally live off her own, not your fucking shitty plumbing wage. You know, not saying that plumbers make shitty money, but you know what I mean. You know, like 9 grand a month. I think this is what I'd be pissed about. I'd be more pissed at the fact that it wasn't brought to my attention. I'd be a little pissed about that. But on the flip side, you know what? Sugar mama over here fucking, you know, taking me on some trips, buying me, you know, taking your boy out for a beer or two every now and then. I don't think I'm mad about that. I don't think, plus I don't care. I am not going to live long enough in this world or give a flying fuck what anybody else thinks. If I'm happy with that person, then you ain't going to change it. The outside voices aren't going to change what's going on there. So, I seen your girl's pussy. So, I played hockey all of my life. We used to show each other our dicks for free. Now, if I could make some goddamn money off showing my dick, sorry, gang, my camera that cut off. The battery just died, so it just had to do a quick swap. But like I was saying, if I could make 9 grand a month off showing my fucking dick on the internet and jerking off, I would. I wouldn't give a fuck. You know, what would your family think? What would everybody think? I don't care what everybody thinks, so I don't give a shit. If I can stroke my cock wherever I want in the world, upload it on my phone, and then throw it on the internet, and people are going to pay $30 a fucking month for me to stroke my ham, and it's not an impressive dick to begin with. So I'm sitting in the average. You know, I'm not below average. I'm like probably slightly below average on dick size, but you know what I mean. Like, it's nothing to fucking call home about. Like, hey, yo, see Uncle Hack's dick. Like, it's nothing. Like, I wouldn't pick up the phone and call anybody and be like, yo. See that dick? Maybe if it was maybe if I had a giant hammer, I'd be calling people and be like, yo, check out homeboy's dick, man. The thing is a fucking 9-iron. But I don't. And I don't know anybody with one. Actually, I played hockey with one guy. I'm not going to say his name on here because he's got a family and shit. And he had a wrench. That guy had a wrench. That fucking rope hung down past his goddamn knee. That was the biggest fucking hog I've ever seen in my life. But, like, if I had that thing, you best believe I got me an OnlyFans account showing my fucking ding-dong pulling on that thing like a church bell fucking rope. $9,000 a month. But back to the original thing. Who fucking cares? Why you give a shit? Is that, oh, the Lord, oh God. And then you get the Catholics in there and the Christians and all the fucking Jesus freaks and the fucking Quran and whatever. You know what? Fuck them. $9,000 a month? Pfft, for what? Selling some fucking nudes? Buddy guy. I'm for it. I'm all for sex work. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I'm all for it. Prostitution, stripping. You know what? It's your body. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. Who gives a shit? What's the average lifespan on a human? Like 67 years? This motherfucker's been revolving around the earth for billions of years. Do you think your measly little life is going to be that significant? There's like a handful of fucking people that you can think of off the top of your head. Like right now, boom, Hitler. Made a pretty big statement with what he believed in, I would say. Maybe like Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and like Princess Diana. There's 5 names that I could think of. That's just in our era. Like in the past, 100 years that those people existed. Name somebody beyond that. Right now. Boom, name it. You can't because you're dumb. So do you think your life is that important that you can't sell pussy pics? Can't sell dick pics? Disagree. I sell some dick pics. Wouldn't give a shit. About selling some dick pics. Wouldn't bother me one bit. Be like, yo... Even the weirdos, I wouldn't even care. The weirdos coming up to me, hey, yo, bought a dick pic of yours. Sick. Want me to sign it? Don't give a shit. Thanks for fucking paying my rent, brother. Thanks for sending me to fucking Malaysia for 2 weeks in a 5-star hotel getting my feet rubbed by Asian hookers. You know what I mean? Support the industry that supports you. Here's an interesting one. This is something I've been like, here's a joke that I'm trying to write. And so, you know what I mean? Like when we first started off with the whole gay community, and first off, I'll say this, like, I don't care what sexual orientation you are. It doesn't bother me. I don't care where your dick goes, what you put in your vagina. If you want a new vagina, you want to tighten yours up, you want to take your dick off and put a vagina on, it's all on you. But there was a time when there was just, there was one closet that everybody came out of. You know what I mean? You know where I'm going with this? Like it was just like, oh yeah, hey, I'm gay. Sweet. Nobody really gave, and have you noticed like nobody really fucking cares? If you're gay, you're gay. Good on you. I'm happy you found your happiness. That's all I'm happy for. But then it was like, well, we want our own closet too. So we got to build a closet for the lesbians. We give the lesbians, we give the queers, the trannies, the bisexuals. And now it seems like, man, we're running out of fucking wood to build some goddamn closets for everybody because every day there's a new sexual orientation. There's a new fucking gender. Can we just go back to the days of just being like, here's your closet, man. Everybody gets their small little 2 seconds of pat on the back. Here's your goodie bag. Thanks for coming on out. And carry on. Just carry on. It's good. We don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Like, you ask anybody... Now, nobody cares. If you walked up to every random on the street, because they're trying to be politically correct or whatever it is, but for most people, if you have a conversation and you're just like, listen, man, if your homie looked at you tomorrow and said, listen, man, I've been hiding something, and this is it. It's just like I can't do it no more. I'm fucking gay, bro. You wouldn't just be like, whoa, what the fuck? It's your best dog, man. That's your homeboy, your ride or die right there. You're not just going to tell him to kick rocks. And I think that's what a lot of people are scared of. When at the end of the day, it's like, man, I got like 2 really good friends that are gay. And they're fucking hilarious. They got some of the, like, they're just funny people. They're great to be around. He's fucking funny. Like the other day he texted me. He's like, yo, what's up, buddy? I'm like, not much. Hanging out, you know? He's like, yeah, man, I haven't talked to you in a while. Just wanted to catch up, see what's going on. I'm like, yeah, dude, just been busy with work, you know, trying to keep the danger cats going, keep it alive. And he's like, sick, yeah. I was like, how are you? Good. School's going great, blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden hits me with this. So when are you going to let me suck your dick? Well, what the fuck? I thought we were having like a little catch up. Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, when's it going down? When are you going to let me slob on that thing? It's like, yo, buddy, come on. I said tomorrow. Listen, you hand your schoolwork in. You show me that you got passing grades. I'll show it to you. You know what? You can subscribe to my OnlyFans. You can watch me stroke my Johnson on OnlyFans for $30 a month. You better be the first subscriber too, motherfucker. But nobody gives a shit, man. Nobody fucking cares anymore. 2020, man, the last thing you I don't know about you, but the last thing I give a fuck about is the sexual orientation of somebody else. It does not bother me. It never has, and it never will. Because it's just like such a stupid fucking thing to be worried about. If you really think about it, at the end of the day, where somebody else puts their cock or where they rub their vagina, does that really affect you that much that you're going to lose some sleep over that shit? Like these fucking idiots that are out parading in the streets. Cancel the gays. All them Christian stupid fucks, man. Oh, it drives me nuts. Even like, I'm all for the pride parade. Like, whatever. Have a day. Fucking. But then when you get the backlash, it's going to come with it. You got to take that with it because there are people that are going to be pissed off about it. There's people like me that are like, pride parade, good, right on, have fun. I'm not even, what am I going to do? Go down there? I'm going to be the fucking ringleader of this son of a bitch? Like, I mean, it'd probably be fun. I'd like to be the guys twirling a little baton and running the marching band. That would be kind of cool. But for the most part, dude, I'm probably just going to carry on my day and do what I wanted to do anyways. You know, I'm going to go to some pub and get drunk off my fucking heels with my friends. And if they want to go down to the pride parade, maybe we'll go down to the pride parade. Because then, they got them bisexuals down there. They got the bisexual mans and the bisexual womans. So maybe, just maybe, you and the boys might find one of them bisexual womans that's just like, door swings both ways. That's a win-win right there. Silver lining to everything. Sit back, have a laugh. It's like these fucking, everybody's asking my opinion on this whole protest out in Victoria, and I honestly don't fucking care. The pipeline's going to go through regardless, like, because capitalism, it always wins. Everybody's, we shut it down. Yeah, bullshit. Because all you're doing is creating a longer process, and it's just going to take a little while longer. It's going to go through. I mean, at the end of the day, it's money. Fucking, you don't want to piss off the big bad businessman because then he'll just pull the rug out from underneath you. So everybody losing their mind about it. What do you got to say about it? I don't fucking care. Honestly, I don't care. I hope that it goes through to put some people to work. It's a safer alternative than trains. Obviously, when it comes to the oil patch here in Canada, there was just a giant spill, I think, somewhere in Saskatchewan, I read. There was that train derailed with like 1.2 million liters of oil. Which really isn't that much if you think about it. 1 liter is like this cup that I have in my hand if you're watching on YouTube. It's not that much. 1 million of those, I can't remember what it comes out to in cubes. What, 3,200 cubes? Is that what it is? I could be wrong. Usually am. But whatever it is, at the end of the day, like, come on. Why? That's it. The thing that gets it the most attention is when you give your attention to it. So if you're just sitting there and you're like, meh, I don't give a shit. You're not giving them what they want. You're not giving what these people are after. They want you to be pissed off and create a ruckus and have you fucking lose their mind because then they get the attention they want. It's no different than when I think about things different now that I do YouTube and I do social media. if I put out something and everybody completely ignored it, that would fucking pretty well be the end of it. You know what I mean? But we're putting out content that people want to consume. So in return, we have people visiting our channels like YouTube, Instagram, our new website. So if people really fucking hated us and wanted Danger Cats to shut down, or they hated me, instead of giving me the attention, they would just like not talk about it. But it's the people that really, really fucking hate us that give us the best credibility, because then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, fuck these guys, blah, blah, blah. You should see the shit he says. And that's it. Then all of a sudden fucking somebody else is like, oh, I got to check this out. What's this guy talking about? It creates this sense of urgency to go and see it more, because there's some angst and hatred towards me, which helps me out tremendously, because maybe somebody's sense of humor that says this aligns with it, or they share this video and it gets the views that we are looking for, or putting our product out there more, and it helps. At the end of the day, it helps me. So when if I was to go and be like, fuck the protests out in BC, blah, 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 blah. A, I'd be an idiot because I'm not educated enough in it, and I don't care to be educated enough in it because it's not my job as a reporter. That's where my problems lie. And I was taking on all these issues from everybody and being like, hey, you should talk about this. You should talk about that. You should talk about this. Instead of taking time and figuring out, like, what do you want to do with this? What's the direction you want to take with Danger Cats, and where do you want to go with it? Instead of being some political hero, like, I like making satire. Like when we were making fun of Justin Trudeau, that's just me poking fun at the fucking guy. Do I dislike him? Yeah, of course. Like, I think my viewpoints are whatever. They are what they are. But I like making the comedy. I like making people laugh. I like the satire, the humor, and trying to figure out, like, how can we make this funny? How can you take something so serious, break it down to like simple logic, and make it like satire, or make it into a comedic skit, or talk about something so harsh and make it fucking funny? To me, that's an art form. I don't care what anybody says. You can shit on liberal arts or fine arts and all that. Comedy is an art, and it should be recognized for what it is, as an art. And nobody on this planet should ever try to shit on it. You know, watching comedians get shit on about their viewpoints or what they say on a microphone, it's a fucking hilarious take. A hilarious bit, but then people just go fucking bananas because it doesn't align with their views. Well, I'm sorry, there's a lot of people on this fucking planet, my friend. Not everybody is going to agree on everything. This cancel culture can lick where I shit. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of. But yeah, there's my tangent. I went off. Oh shit, Brendan. But it drives me nuts, man. Like, I was taking on all these problems and shit that I don't give a shit about. And instead of just like trying to make some people laugh, and since I've went back to what we did in the beginning, and it was just like, dude, I just want to make some funny shit to make some people laugh, and things to enjoy a beer over. That's exactly why I started this. It's not like, oh, I got to be Tommy Lee out of fucking Motley Crue and be pounding drugs and liquor every weekend and being this rah dipshit touring around making fucking nonsense everywhere I go. No, it didn't have to be like that. But in my head, I thought if I want to stay, in the game and doing this for, like, this is what all the other guys are doing. And as soon as I went back and was like, you know what, man, I'm just going to start making that comedy that I think is fucking funny, because that's where my heart's at, and that's what I like. I like making people laugh. I've always enjoyed. There's something about when somebody, when you enlighten their day, in those messages I was talking about earlier, and when you receive that, it's worth more than currency. It's worth more than anything. Is knowing that you help somebody get through a dark time, and help them just see the light at the end of the tunnel. That it's not that fucking bad. It's just not that fucking bad, my bills are piling up. Who gives a shit? Fuck them. Like, at the end of the day, so what? They don't fucking care about you. What the fuck you care about them? Some big corporation, hey, you didn't pay your cell phone bill. Yeah, and I wasn't planning on paying it. So Catch 22, buddy. Suck my fucking penis. Hey, listen here, bub. You can't be saying that shit. You can't be saying your mind. Can't be speaking. Fuck you. I like that. I like when people call me out on my own bullshit, and sometimes I say some shit that's out of line, and people call me out right away, or they have their take on it, and I'm all for it. But you know what? If you say something stupid, even if I say something stupid, by all means, fuck. Shoot your shot, man. I love a good chirp. I love it when people keep one another honest. I don't think there's enough of that. So if you see your opportunity, my friend, shoot. Definitely shoot. Shoot your shot, and I will laugh. I will definitely laugh, because there's nothing better on this planet than some good old chirping. I love me a good chirp. Ugh. Well, my friends, I thank you again for tuning in to another Danger Cats podcast. I truly do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, all the messages. Do hit subscribe. Share with a friend. If they're looking for something new to listen to, maybe they'll be interested. Maybe not. I appreciate, even if you don't, thank you. Just thanks for listening and getting this far into the podcast. I truly do appreciate it. There is 10% sale store-wide on our website, dangercatshop.com, for Valentine's Day. It will end at midnight. So if you a little something if you're on Singles Awareness Day, a little bored and need a break from Tinder, or, saving money by not going on a date and getting a hooker, there you go. And yeah, definitely check out our new website, dangercats.tv. We'll be producing more content on there. And yeah, I'm really excited to get this going this year. This year is looking like a really cool year. I'm really, really, really fucking excited to get going. And I can't wait to give you guys some new content to consume. And different ways to keep making Danger Cats kind of move and shake throughout the fucking jungle of this goddamn world. And thank you again. You can follow us at DangerCat69, myself at UncleHack69, and we'll catch you next week. Also, before I go, we're just going to release this podcast every Friday at 10:30 a.m. Simple as that. Because I keep saying Thursday, and I never make the deadline. So every Friday. So that way you got, end of the day's rolling in, end of the week, you're getting jacked up to go have some beers. Throw me on. Listen to me. No, actually, that sounds so fucking egotistic. Listen to me. I'm going to jack you up so you can go drinking with the boys. Anyway, signing out. Thank you again, guys, and go fuck yourself.